Let us solve next problem. Given that tan A tan B are the roots of the equation x square minus bx plus c equals to 0, then we need to find the value of sine square of a plus b. Let us solve this one. Given quadratic equation is x square minus bx plus c equals to 0. Here roots are tan A and tan B. Let us find sum of roots, nothing but tan A plus tan B, which is nothing but b minus b by a, means b we will get. Product of roots, it is tan A into tan B, it is equals to c by a. Now let us identify tan of a plus b now. Actually we need to identify sine square of a plus b. For that, first let us identify tan of a plus b. Tan of a plus b is nothing but tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. That is the formula. Now we do one thing. Tan a plus tan b means b, let us substitute. 1 minus tan a into tan b means c, I can substitute. So tan of a plus b is b divided by 1 minus c. We got tan of a plus b. Let us use a right triangle now. Consider the right triangle. Now you can see I am taking, this is 90 degrees. Let us take, this is angle A plus B. Angle A plus B. I think it is very clear for you. So now you can see, if this is angle A plus B, then what is tan of A plus B? Opposite divided by adjacent. I can take like this. Now what about this? This will be nothing but root over side square plus side square, b square plus 1 minus c whole square. Like this we can take. Now I think it is very clear for you. B square plus 1 minus c whole square under root. Now we need to identify sine square of a plus b. First let us identify sine of a plus b. Here tan of a plus b, b divided by 1 minus c. Sine of a plus b can be opposite by hypotenuse, root over b square plus 1 minus c whole square. Actually tan is this may be positive or negative. That means angle will be in first or third quadrant. If it is first quadrant, it is positive. If it is third quadrant, it is negative. That's why I can take plus or minus, but anyhow we have to identify sine square of a plus b. That's why sine square of a plus b can be b divided by root over b square plus 1 minus c whole square. I can take. Now you can remove plus or minus sign. So finally it is b square divided by, square root gets cancelled, so it is b square plus 1 minus c whole square. So we got the answer, b square divided by b square plus 1 minus c whole square. For what? For sine square of a plus b. I think it is very clear for you. Let me explain once again. I got two roots for this quadratic equation. So sum of roots, it is nothing but sum of roots. What about this? This is nothing but product of roots. So I know the formula for tan of a plus b. It is tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. Tan a plus tan b clearly b. Tan a into tan b is c. I have substituted these two values. Now I need to identify sine of a plus b. For that I have used right triangle and I got sine of a plus b either plus or minus this quantity. Sine square, anyhow sine square we need to identify, that's why plus or minus symbol vanishes. So finally I'll get this. Once revise the solution. Let us solve next problem. We need to identify general solution for sin power 100x minus cos power 100x is equals to 1. For that, let us do one thing. I can write the given trigonometric equation as sin power 100x equals to 1 plus cos power 100x. Now, if you see this, sin power 100x is 1 plus cos power 100x. We know that cos power 100x clearly lies between closed 0 to 1, because power, if you see, it is 100, it is even, that's why negative cannot be possible. So sin power 100x, if you see, 1 plus this quantity. So if it is not 0, if cos power 100x is non-zero, then it is positive. Then clearly sin power 100x is more than 1. This is also impossible thing. So if you see sin power 100x, this is also lies in closed 0 to 1. More than 1, it is impossible. So that's why definitely cos power 100x should be 0. Let me revise once again. Cos power 100x lies in closed 0 to 1. Sin power 100x also lies in closed 0 to 1. But according to given trigonometric equation, sin power 100x will be 1 plus cos power 100x. If cos power 100x is non-zero, then sin power 100x is more than 1. But more than 1 is impossible for sin power 100x. That's why definitely cos power 100x should be 0. That implies cos power 100x is 0 means cos x will be 0, I can take. So x will be odd multiples of 90 degrees. Odd multiples of 90. N belongs to integers. That will be the final answer once revise the solution. So this satisfies the trigonometric equation. You can check while by taking n value any integer, you can check that definitely it will satisfy once revise the solution. Let us solve next problem. The equation 4 sin square x plus 4 sin x plus a square minus 3 is equals to 0 has a solution. Then a value we need to identify. Let us solve this problem. Here I can take this as a trigonometric equation, and by taking sin x as a t, this will be 4t square plus 4t plus a square minus 3 equals to 0. Now it is quadratic equation. T value minus b plus or minus root over discriminant divided by 2 times a. Like this we can take the here. This a and this a are different. This is just the formula. Now let us identify t value. Minus b means minus 4 plus or minus root. Discriminant means b square minus 4 times a into c means a square minus 3 divided by 2a means 8. That is the value of t. T means nothing but, let us substitute original value, it is sin x. Now we have to simplify this. Sin x value we got this. So let us simplify. Sin x equals to minus 4 plus or minus, here 16 if you take common, it will be 4 outside, root over 1 minus a square minus 3, clearly it is, divided by 8. Now if you perform cancellations, it will be minus 1 plus or minus root over 1 minus a square plus 3 divided by, it is 2 times, 4 cancels 8 2 times. So I got sin x. Now what we need to do, we have to do one thing, that is take the range of sin x. Sin x is lies between negative 1 to 1. We know that closed negative 1 to 1. Sin x range is closed negative 1 to 1. That can be written as -1 less than or is equals to sin x less than or is equals to 1. So sin x is nothing but negative 1 plus or minus root over 4 minus a square. This is 1 plus 3 4 minus a square divided by 2 less than or is equals to 1. Let us multiply with 2. It will be negative 2 less than or is equals to -1 plus or minus root over 4 minus a square less than or is equals to 2. Let us add 1. Then it will be -1 less than or is equal to plus or minus root over 4 minus a square less than or is equals to 3. Clearly, I think it is very clear for you. Now here plus or minus is there, so that's why first if you take plus, it will be negative 1 less than or is equal to plus root over 4 minus a square less than or is equal to 3, or we can take -1 less than or is equal to negative root over 4 minus a square less than or is equal to 3. So here clearly it is positive. We know square root output cannot be negative, that's why we have to consider this as 0 less than or is equal to, negatives are not possible, so that's why eliminate negatives. It will be 4 minus a square less than or is equal to 3. Now if you consider this negative 1 less than or is equal to, here this cannot be negative, this cannot be negative, so here negative sign is there, so this cannot be positive. Total entire quantity cannot be positive, so that's why we can write this as negative root over 4 minus a square less than or is equal to 0. I can take. Now either this or this, you have to remember that. So here if you observe 4 minus a square should be more than or is equal to 0 for existency of root over 4 minus a square. Why? Because root over 4 minus a square is present. 4 minus a square cannot be negative. If it is negative, it is not a real number. That's why it should be more than or is equal to 0. Then a square minus 4 less than or is equal to 0. A minus 2 into a plus 2 less than or is equal to 0. Then clearly if you consider the roots, negative 2, 2 less than or is equal to means this interval we have to consider. So here for this, a belongs to closed negative 2 to 2. A belongs to closed negative 2 to 2. For this we got. Now if you consider this, negative 1 less than or is equals to negative root over 4 minus a square less than or is equal to 0, we can take. So we do one thing, let us multiply with negative, then it will be 1 greater than or equals to root over 4 minus a square greater than or is equal to 0. Either this or this. So here if you see, all the solutions of this inequality lies in this inequality, so that's why no need to solve this. These solutions will be subset of these solutions, so that's why it is enough to solve this, that you need to observe. So no need to solve this one, we have to solve this one. These solutions will be solutions for this also. I think it is very clear for you. Once revise the solution. What is the final answer? A belongs to closed negative 2 to 2. That will be the final answer. Once revise.